All right, y'all, hopping into the highest levels of dimension and their terrifying consequences, right? It may mean hopping into the highest levels of consciousness, awareness, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that would entail, you know what I mean? Because I tap into mainly a lot of these reaction videos for my own education, right? For my own edification. And yeah, just advancing the details of my reality, so to speak, right? So yeah, apparently they, these higher self states of being, they have terrifying consequences. Let's see what that's about, right?
Forever. Cause this mind is straight chatter, but I can barely say something. Feel like shit don't matter, so beware the fun cutting. It's volumes of demise. I hear the sound buzzing, so when she says she competing.
Up until something looks down on it. Now, a three-dimensional observer, like us,
Down.
viewing a two-dimensional plane,
Then you know what my question would be is that if that's all there was, right? The two dimensions, for example. It's like what inspired something to think like, yo, what if something was looking down on us, right? What if something was like had an inner perception of itself? What if it had the idea that it had an inner space and an outward space? Because with the two dimension, you don't have that yet, right? You still have the forward, backward, left, right. That's it. Just a flat shape. But then what inspires something to, you know what I mean?
instantly destroys this illusion of privacy.
Yep.
Every internal structure is visible at once: hearts, organs, mechanisms, all exposed without any resistance. There's no need to cut into these objects to see inside the creature, because inside and outside are not protected categories anymore.
Protected categories.
They were simply artifacts of limited perspective. This is the first truly unsettling lesson of dimensions.
What's that?
The way that our world works, we think of using force to invade, but when you start thinking in the level of dimensions, you don't need any kind of force. You can simply bypass all of those defense mechanisms. Think of it like trying to use a wall to stop a ghost. It'll simply just go through the wall, that resistance didn't exist in the first place. If a three-dimensional being turns the hat of a two-dimensional being over, there's now no way for that two-dimensional being to ever get that hat back in place. To make things more unsettling, a three-dimensional being could perform surgery on a two-dimensional creature without ever breaking its skin.
What do you mean?
The organs of the two-dimensional creature would simply disappear without any force or resistance.
What?
From the lower dimensional point of view, this would feel like magic or divine intervention or reality malfunctioning.
Yo, I feel like the online reality is actually its own dimension, right? Because obviously it has its own characters of like behavior and, you know, time and, you know, directionality, shit like this, right? How things exist there, how they live